So now earlier I have introduced you to a concept of cavitation, and the aim was to have the minimum pressure greater than vapor pressure, and then we have the equation of maximum positive suction head. So that is the maximum height to which we can place the pump from reservoir. That is the sum. So now let's come to the question. So it is given that the cavitation starts when dynamic head and static head and dynamic head are equal to 3.26 meter. The total head is given as 36.5 meter. The discharge is given as 48 liter per second. So if we convert it to meter cube per second, it will be 10 raised to minus 3. So 48 into 10 raised to minus 3 meter cube per second. And if you and we can directly convert to mass flow rate also, because density is 1000. So mass flow rate will be again 48 kg per second. PATM is given as 750 mm of Hg. Vapor pressure of the fluid is given as 1.8 kilopascal. And we need to find sigma c, that is the cavitation parameter. And then a conditional question is given. So if the PATM is changed to 622 mm of Hg and the vapor pressure changes to 830 kilopascal, so these two parameters are changing, other all are remaining constant. That is the total head, dynamic head, the mass flow rate, the volume flow rate, all are remaining constant. So what does this condition means? That since the the ATM or atmospheric pressure is changing, that means that we have transferred our system, pumping system, from somewhere where the atmospheric pressure was 750 to some other height where the atmospheric pressure is 622 mm of Hg. Since the atmospheric pressure is reduced, that means we have gone from maybe somewhere near to sea level to somewhere at the hill, since the pressure has reduced, the atmospheric pressure. So we need to then find that if we have reduced the atmospheric pressure, if we have gone to some other place, what is the new height, new maximum height to which we can place the pump above the sump. So we have to find that new thing to with avoiding cavitation. So we can find sigma c, because most of the things are given. V1 square by 2g is equal to 2g into 1 by h is equal to this equation. It is already given. Pressure, static and dynamic head is 3.26. The static and dynamic head added is 3.26 as per the given. For cavitation, we know P1 is equal to PV. So we have to find V1 square by 2G is equal to 3.26 using this equation itself. And we can equate it to, we can equate V1 square by 2G is equal to sigma C into H. And H is already known, 36.5. So we can find the cavitation parameter. Now the system is known, everything is known. So the cavitation parameter need not change. Cavitation parameter will remain the same for the system. So now since Q, N and H are remaining constant, that is the system is remaining constant, the cavitation parameter also remains constant. So now we again write the equation where the atmospheric pressure and vapor pressure have changed. So now we have new atmospheric pressure and new vapor pressure. So using the same other constants, we can find out that Z2 plus H2. So over here, we want to find the Z2 actually. What is the maximum height to which we can place the system above from the sump? How height we can place the pump from the sump. So we put all other things same. Velocity remains constant. Just the vapor pressure has changed and the atmospheric pressure has changed. So we can find the new equation for Z2 plus H is equal to 5.31. Since elevation at which we can put our pump has gone down because ATM atmospheric pressure has reduced, assuming same piping system, that means we are assuming frictional losses to be same in the system. Z1 minus Z2 is equal to 1.64. So we have one equation over here, another equation over here. Z1 plus HF is this. So subtracting these two, we can find out this. So reducing the height between the pump and sump by 1.64 meter when moving to new location where atmospheric pressure was lower. So we need to reduce the height by 1.64 meter. You must write down meter as the unit over here. Otherwise, it is completely wrong. You have not got any marks out of it. So next time we'll start with minimum starting speed of the pump.